Today I want to show you guys the best legendary shard farm in Destiny 2. I'm currently making this during Lightfall, Season 21, Season of the Deep, and presumably this will work throughout all of Lightfall. There could be changes in the future, so if there are, I will let you know in the comment section down below. Basically, this farm comes around every few weeks, and it involves the Last Wish raid. If you do the Kali cheese that everyone's been doing the past few weeks, and I can make a video on that if you guys would like, but there's tons of videos out there, just look up Kali cheese. If you do that, you get one legendary weapon or piece of armor, you get 2 Defiant Engrams. Currently, you get 2 Defiant Engrams, assuming that you have your war table leveled up, and you get 1 Deep Engram, and you can potentially get more if you level up your Deep Engram vendor. You can decrypt those engrams for nothing. Once you decrypt them, you can dismantle them if they're bad. You can keep them if they're good. It's up to you. You're going to dismantle your red borders if you don't want to keep that role, or you're going to dismantle your non-red borders because they're not red border. Basically, you can clear the Kali cheese in a minute, flat, if you guys are farming as hard as you can with the Anarchies, the Sleepers, the Golden Guns. A minute. You can do 60 runs in an hour. That's a minute each. That's 720 shards per hour. That's Season of the Deep. You will get more engram drops in future seasons if they keep this same economy. So, Season of the Deep, you get Deep Engrams, Defiant Engrams. Say the final season is called Season of the Dream. Season of the Dream, you can get 2 Dream Engrams, 2 Deep Engrams, 2 Defiant Engrams, and 2 Monkey Engrams. That's 8 Engrams plus your legendary weapon or armor piece. That's 9 things to get 4 legendary shards from, which totals out at 2,160 shards per hour. And that's not even where it caps out. So, I'm doing the Kali farm, which you can only do every few weeks. I think it's every 5 because it's the weekly raid rotation. You can do this with any encounter that is farmable. Currently, Spire the Watcher is the current available dungeon. The first encounter for that is super fast. So I would say when that's the dungeon, I'd rather farm that, which I know doesn't drop red borders, but it still drops legendaries. Farm that and get faster run times because the raid this week is Garden and none of that is fast. Sure, some of these encounters are longer, so you will not get the 2,160 per hour, but I'm going to make a list of every single dungeon encounter or raid encounter that I think is the fastest, so you guys can clear it. Sure, you will not get 2,160 shards per hour if you do anything that isn't Kali, because I believe that is the fastest other than Shattered Throne, but it's better than nothing. So here's the list of dungeons, and I'm also going to add bonuses to doing these dungeons when it's their week. First up, we have Duality, which you can do on Master and get Artifice Armor, but we have the first and final encounter, and each time you beat these encounters, there's a chance that you get a Red Border Fusion or LMG. Next up, Pit of Heresy, the final boss. Drops really high stat armor whenever it is in rotation, never Artifice though. Same thing goes for Shattered Throne, final boss, never Artifice Armor. Armor's not even that great most of the time. Ghost of the Deep, the first encounter. Although, if you do it on Master, currently, it doesn't drop Artifice Armor. I don't know if that's a bug, but yeah. Plus, Ghost of the Deep Armor is sick looking. Spire the Watcher. It's doable on Master to get Artifice Armor, first encounter. And for the final 2, we have Prophecy, first and final encounter, no Artifice. And then we have Grasp of Avarice, first and final encounter, Artifice is available. Not to mention that Grasp of Avarice can also drop Ice Luna and Matador 64. Next up, we have raids. We obviously have Last Wish Kali. For Garden, I'm going to say the first encounter is probably the fastest, but honestly, if it's Garden, go do whatever the dungeon is. For Vow of the Disciple, I'm going to go with Roll. For Deepstone Crypt, I say every single encounter is fast other than the Nuclear Core one. So, Security Replication or Abomination, and I'm going to say Replication or Abomination is the fastest, depending on the team that you're running it with. Root of Nightmares, we have the first encounter Cataclysm or the final encounter where you fight Nezarec, who is one-phaseable. Vault of Glass, probably the easiest one other than Kali. We have Templar in the dungeon, nuke him so fast. And finally, we have the Daughters of Oryx, which is also a pretty fast encounter. So, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this.